Hey everyone. Even though the garden is looking, or this bed is looking good, I need to thin it up. There's so much of babies, inside, and they're just not getting any airflow to them, and they won't get a chance to grow properly because it's so the front flowers or the rosettes have grown so big that they're just blocking out all the light. And even here too, you can see all that needs to be thinned out. And, it's so full, it looks so lush, but it can start rotting. And even the path has gotten blocked off. So the dogs can't even walk across. And on this side, you can see these cubic frosts are so huge as well. And there's no space. And there's babies here as well. You can see inside there. And the whole thing is we got a bit of a traffic jam here with the dogs. So I did trim, but you can see it grew so fast, and I just have to, if I cut out these big huge rosettes, that should make a difference. And it might look a bit bare, but I need to cut it out. Look how huge they are. It's so heavy even. Yes, which ones to go? Everyone actually, but I'm just trying to see which ones would make the biggest impact. They got too long. You can see they all are reaching. They've grown so much out of the bed, or reaching out of the bed, and the ones underneath, they're not getting any light or airflow. And I think that's what's caused all that problem with the other Hawathia and stuff to start rotting there. These are all the purple delights that I'm chopping off. And there you can see the babies all underneath, because you remember I took out the petals earlier on in, I think maybe late last year, because I wanted new growth to come along the stem, and they all started growing, but these huge ones are just too big, and they've gotten bigger and they're not giving a chance to the babies. And it's good to always clean up, chop them up, and reset them. That's the best thing about them. You can reset them and they grow. Because succulents, if you leave them too long, they can just start getting rotten, and if they get too big and they get too congested, then there's no airflow, and that's when it starts to get mushy, all the stems. It's just so hard to get in there to cut them off. And the leaves are so thick. And you can see these ones are so cramped. This one didn't get enough light. See how long the leaves are and thin. Already you can see there's so much of space now. I can see inside there what's going on. Wow, that's so much of space now. And I can't believe all this came out from there. It looks like so much. So huge. And you can see that one's so skinny. It was all hidden inside with no light. Yeah, the baby's got more space now to grow. There's more light getting to them. And these babies as well. They can grow bigger. And soon it'll fall out again. You gotta be ruthless when you're cleaning up succulents. because it's good for them. They need to be chopped and propagated regularly, because it's, you can see all the dried leaves. If they're too congested, you won't know what's going on, and that's when it gets all these pest issues as well. I think I might leave this too for now. I just cut this chalk sticks not too long ago, maybe in January, I think, but it's just made it grow even faster, and it's got more stems than before. And the ones that I propagated from the same tree has also gotten so big. Yeah, I had to just be ruthless and chop them right out, because this is right on the way and the dogs can't walk past. The biggest one is this Platyphylla burgundy. It's not even burgundy. Well, I suppose it will color up in as we get into winter. But this is just too huge. It's a mess. It's fallen over like a mop or something, because it's gotten so heavy in the center and it's growing from the side. I need to cut it right back, because when I set it in, it was already big at that time, and I just planted it back with its root. But now I'm going to cut it up and just plant in some cuttings and have it start from scratch. Yeah, and it will color up. Even I think once I cut it up, the shoots that I plant back will turn burgundy, and it will look so pretty. But yeah, I have to get this entire thing because it's taking up so much of space there. There's this weed grass that's growing in between as well that I couldn't get to because it's come through the plant. And you can see Kuro eating the weeds as I'm trying to clean up. These cubic frosts also, look, they just grew so huge, and each of the rosettes are so heavy. I might plant it in the front yard. And look at all those babies there. Now they're exposed. They are so undernourished because there's no light or air going to them. So now it can grow, but I think I might just chop everything out. Yeah, that's the thing. Once you start chopping, you can't stop. It's like major cleanup. Yeah, they just desperately needed to be cut out and reset. You can see even these Douglas hood, they're not even pink anymore because they're not getting the light. I can't believe how much I cut out of that garden, and it's filled up these 2 containers, and I still haven't finished. Look, there's still so much more to cut up. And I'm done. It was such a small bed, but it took me so long. Anyway, you can see I've just cut up, put them back. This I took from my meditating dog. I put some soya and rose there, and I put those crested sedums there. When they grow up, it'll be so cute. So it just looks a bit bare. The part is clear, and there it looks much more open now. This way. Right, so you can see, looks a lot neater. And there's more space. I cut them up, reset them. Even these Echeveria elegans, I cut them up. I put this agave there. Oh, and I took out an agave that was here, and it was poking the dogs. There we go. All done. Now it can grow. Room to grow. Right, so that's it. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.